All right, y'all. I need your help with something. Please stick around to find out what that is. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for everything that you've done so far. We were over 500 subscribers. That's more than I thought, especially within the first month. This is the 6th video, so thank you for doing that. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all that stuff. Continue to do that. Get into the comments and keep participating. I really do enjoy it. All right, quick YouTube disclaimer. We're out at the range. Everything's safe. We're in a controlled environment. We're good to go there. All right, YouTube, thanks. So obviously we are back out at the range today. We're out at the ranch again in Eagle Lake, Texas, my favorite place, for another training session. Well, it's not just a regular training session. Today I'm here to determine something and I need you to help me. I need you guys to get in the comments and help me make this decision. You see, I've been kind of collecting guns for a while now, and I would consider myself more of a collector / enthusiast rather than an actual shooter. And I kind of want to change that, right? It's great to have all these toys. They're not toys, but you get what I'm saying. They're great to have all these firearms, but if you can't use them, then, you know, what's the point of it? Didn't Michael Scott say, like, if you don't use it, you lose it or something like that? Now, I'm still going to collect guns. I'm still going to buy stuff that I don't need, that I don't tell my wife about, that just magically shows up in the safe. Yeah, I've been had that gun. It's new. It's new to me. I mean, sorry. So really, for about the last, 3 to 4 months, I've decided that, hey, I want to take my enthusiasm or collecting kind of to the next level and be a better shooter. And so what I'm out here today is to determine how I'm going to train going forward, and specifically what platform, when I'm at home dry firing, what platform am I going to use to try and get better at the actual sport and active shooting. So here's where I need your help. I currently have 2 guns, 2 firearms in particular that I want to use to start to get into shooting. They'll put me either in limited optics or carry optics with USPSA, but I can't make a decision, all right? So today's video is about making that decision, and you guys get in the comments and help me do that. So what are the 2 firearms? You've already seen one of them. You've seen my Staccato P. You've seen the Staccato P. Go check out the previous video on this guy. I have a pretty detailed breakdown of it. I love it. But is it the right gun for competition? My second choice, or the other option I'm determining between the 2, is the CZ Shadow 2. Shooters all around the world, the best competition shooters, the worst competition shooters, everything in between. The CZ Shadow 2 is a staple of the competition realm. And if I'm getting into it, should I start with the Staccato or should I start with the CZ? Let's do a quick breakdown of the CZ Shadow 2. Starting up top, I have a Holosun 507 comp. Love those giant windows, and the dot in there is nice and crisp. Love that. Things that I've added to the gun. I have these palm swells from Lock Grips. They are a little bit bigger. They're just, they fit better into my hand. Have a little bit of palm swells, and I like the all black. This is the blue version originally, but I took those off, and this is like my, my Darth Vader build, if you want to call it that. So I got these Lock Grips on there. And the final upgrade I've done to it is the extended safety, and that's from CZ Custom. The original one is kind of like this flat one on the side. It's a little hard to actuate, so I just got an extended one. Makes it a little bit easier to actuate. Nice and clicky, good to go. Other than that, this is a stock CZ Shadow 2. Today out here, we're going to shoot 3 separate drills, and we're going to shoot each of them 3 times with each firearm. All right, so that's 9 runs total, if I can count. Political science major, remember that. Y'all already know I got trouble counting to 6. Let's see if I can remember the drills I want to do today. We're going to shoot each 3 times, and we're going to compare hit factor. So if you guys don't know what hit factor is, that's points divided by time. I'm going to take the hit factor, the average hit factor from each of those 3 drills, and see which one I do better with. So what do I want to determine? What is kind of like what I'm trying to figure out? The first point is, which gun am I faster with? The second thing I want to determine is which gun do I transition better with? All right. So if I'm on one target, going to the next target, which gun am I fastest with? Which gun is easier for me to transition with? Obviously in USPSA, you're not just shooting one target. You're not being static. You got to shoot multiple targets accurately and fastly. Fastly, that's not a word. Fast and accurately, but you get what I'm saying. So which gun do I transition better with? That's kind of the second thing I want to determine. And the third and final thing I kind of want to figure out is kind of subjective, is just in general, which gun do I shoot better? Which trigger do I like better? Which safety do I like better? Which dot do I like better? We're trying to figure out which gun I shoot the best, and we're going to use these 3 drills to determine that. But where you come in, let me know. You're going to see I'm going to post the hit factors up as I go through. Let me know in the comments which gun you shoot in competition, if you shoot competition, and which gun do you think I should shoot? Which gun do you think would be the best for me to entry level into that competition? So that's it. It's enough talking. Let's get out to the range and run this. All right, y'all. First drill of the day. Got a little windy out, so I had to put the muff on the microphone. Usually I don't like muff, but it's honestly a different conversation. Anyway, what's the first drill? First drill is called the Accelerator. If you're asking yourself, what the hell is the Accelerator? Be patient. I'm gonna tell you, just hold on a second, all right? From this position right here, the target all the way in the back is 25 yards. The next one is 15, and then this closest one is 7. So on the beep, I'm gonna go 2 rounds to the first, 2 rounds to the second, 2 rounds to the third, reload, 2 rounds to the third, 2 rounds to the second, 2 rounds to the first. 12 total rounds, 1 reload in there. If you've been watching the channel, you know my reloads are trash, but you got to do them. You got to get better. I just can't avoid them. You know what I mean? It's like taxes or going to the DMV. I could not get my car registered, and then y'all see me on one of them like police channels. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's do this first iteration of the drill. We're gonna start with the staccato P. That's it. Let's see how bad I shoot this. All right, shooter, load and make ready. It's ready. The firearm is ready. I'm not. But like I said, 2, 2, 2, reload, 2, 2, 2. All right, that time was at 8:85. Let's go check the hits. 3 alphas, 1 delta. Second target is 1 alpha, 2 charlies, and a delta. 2 charlies, a delta, and an alpha. All right, the first run was an 8:85. Let's see if we can go faster and be more accurate. Was a 8:57. 2 alphas, 2 charlies, 1 alpha, 3 charlies, 1 alpha, 3 charlies. All right, this is the last run with the staccato P on this drill. And for having never shot this drill before, I mean, I think it's going all right. I haven't calculated the hit factors yet. I'm gonna do that at home. Y'all see. But it's a fun drill to run at least. You know, maybe I feel good now, and then I'll get home and see my report card and have to hide it like I used to hide it from my parents when I was in school. Because they would, boy, the worst whoopings I got was report card. You know, I got a lot of deltas. Ha! Anyway, let's let's start again. Last run with the staccato P. Oh, messed up that reload. Y'all know. 8:45 though. 1 alpha, 3 charlies, 3 alphas in a charlie, 1 alpha, and 3 charlies. So on that last run, obviously my reload was worse, but I sped up my shooting, I think, at least according to the time. So done with the staccato for this drill. Let's go to the Shadow 2. All right, we are back with the CZ Shadow 2. It's a heavier gun, which I kind of like. Trigger's different, but yeah, let's run it with this guy and see if there's a difference. You ready? I was born ready. Lame. Anyway, here we go. That time was a 7:95. Let's go look at the hits. 1 alpha, 3 charlies, 2 deltas, a charlie and an alpha, 1 delta, 2 charlies and an alpha. 7:56. Woo! 4 alphas right here. Second target, 3 alphas, 1 charlie. Now, this one ain't as good, but 2 deltas, a charlie and an alpha. I do like the heavier weight of this gun though. It's feeling better. Maybe I'm giving away the answer to the test or the whole purpose of this video. But after these first 3, you know, this first drill, I'm like, oh, I thought it was gonna be a staccato, but maybe it's a CZ, who knows? All right, last run And let's hit it. But that was a 764. Two alphas, a Charlie, and a Delta up close. That is unacceptable, Jackson. Two alphas, two Charlies, Deltas, yikes. A Charlie and alpha. All right, so that's the end of that first drill. And, you know, I've shot my staccato way more than I've shot the CZ. I'm going to be completely honest with you. After this first drill, I think old CZ, the old boy, might be ahead. But, you know, I'll use the data to post up here and y'all can see. But I don't know. Maybe my life, the way I looked at life is changing right now. I thought staccatos were the end all be all. But we'll see. Second drill. All right. Drill number dos. This drill is called MXAD, and it was made by a dude named Matt Pranka or X-Ray Alpha. You've probably seen him on Instagram. Dude's hilarious. He's a savage. This drill is similar to the last one, but kind of not at the same time. I have two targets. One is 5 yards away from me, and the other one is 12 yards away from me. The way this drill works, a magazine of 8, build drill on the first target, transition 2 on the far target. You guys, if you've watched the channel, you know me and Bill don't get along, right? Me and Bill, I can't count to 6. Bill wants me to go to 6. Bill, stop trying to offer me candy out of a van. Anyway, that's not even a good joke. Starting with the CZ this time. You get to see, this is my this is my shooter stance, right? If I look like I know what I'm doing, maybe I will know what I'm doing. You know, look good, feel good, play good, all that good stuff. Matter of fact, tip of the day. Tip of the day. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you don't know what you're talking about or you don't know what you're doing, just act like you do, okay? People will believe you, right? That's how I got married. That's how I got my wife. I told her I knew Spanish. I didn't know no Spanish. Tengo el gato los pantalones. Name that movie. If you can name and quote that movie in the comments, I won't give you anything because the channel's not big enough yet, but I will think highly of you. Name that movie. I'm a federale. That's a hint, by the way. I did it right. That was a 287. 296. Slowed down that time, which is never any good. Lost the dot. That was a 303. Yuck. And oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna just say I'm getting tired. All right. Don't hold it against me. I got 5 alphas and a delta from 5 yards. Come on, man. All right. That's the third run of the CZ. Let's go to the staccato P. All right. Targets are pasted up, and we are here with the staccato P for the MXAD. It was a 286. With trigger freeze. 341, my slowest one yet. .302. So we are done with the MXAD drill. And honestly, I felt that one, the staccato P was a little bit better on that one. I don't know. Again, I got to look at the data when I get home and can crunch the numbers or whatever. But this one felt a little bit better. I know I was a little slower with it. But overall, I think, I don't know. Maybe just make it a comeback. Third drill. All right, y'all. Final drill of the day of the battle royale between competition pistols, or the battle in my mind that probably doesn't need to be fought, or an unnecessary use of time. But I like shooting, so we're here. Final drill of today, and this drill is called the designated target drill. So I have 4 targets designated. 4 targets up, varying distances. I have 1 piece of steel and then 3 cardboard targets. One of the cardboard targets it has some no shoot on it. And the point of this drill is this. On the buzzer, we'll come out, 1 target on steel, 2 target on paper, back to steel, 2 target on another piece of paper, back to steel, 1 target, then to the other piece of paper, 2 rounds, back to the steel. The designated target is the steel target, so I'm gonna hit that between each time I hit the other ones. Hopefully that makes sense. And yeah, we'll just shoot it and see how it goes. All right, first up will be the staccato P. All right, that was a 669. I think I did it right. .663. Oh, I went slow and threw it straight into the no shoot. But that time was a 686. Boy, I love them no shoots over there. You know what I'm saying? If that was the name of the game, boy, it'd be a grandmaster or something. I don't know. All right, let's change guns. All right, last 3 reps of the day with the CZ Shadow 2. Now, I know you shouldn't. It's always difficult to go between guns, but that's why I'm trying to pick one. Pick one. I'm going to train with it for about 6 months, compete with it, and see how good I can get. Now, I'm going to shoot other guns because I just have too many not to, and I like them. But yeah, I'm going to get serious with one of them, and we'll find out after today which one that is. All right, enough talking. Oh, miss. That wasn't good. And it was 763. Yikes. All right, so again, hit a no shoot. I got an alpha with it, but I got a no shoot. You know, I even dry fire with the no shoot target, which, you know, hopefully would translate, but it's not. And, you know, it just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like my kids, both my boys. The other day, I had to convince both of them not to do something that would have broken both of their legs. No, you cannot parachute off the balcony with a pillowcase. I didn't think I'd have to explain that to them. And it brought up a couple things. Like the first one was, what are they teaching these kids in school? I know they're young, but gravity should be one of the first things. I imagine you learn about gravity. 2, their thought process. Like, did they really think that was going to be a good idea? You know, but I couldn't really get mad at them because when I was younger, I once got a Skittle stuck in my nose. So I can't be too mad at them. I guess, you know, bad decision making is genetic. Ooh. 719. Oh, and I didn't get the last steal. Dang it. $655. I'll take it. Again with the no shoots. But that's it for this part of the video. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna review the film, calculate the hit factors, and figure out once and for all which one is better. And we're back with the verdict to wrap up this video. Calculate the hit factors for the CZ and the Staccato P. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm a little bit surprised because one of these guns I shoot a whole bunch, and the other one I don't shoot often at all. Now, one gun is made for competition, and one gun necessarily isn't a competition gun, but that's the gun I shoot a lot. So, without further ado, let's just get into the results. The Accelerator. Fastest time I had with the Staccato was an 8.45. Average hit factor was 502. And with the CZ, my fastest time was a 7.56. And the average hit factor was a 5.36. So higher with the CZ. So CZ takes round 1. Okay, on to the second drill, the MXAD. I was like, hey, you know what? I felt while shooting the Staccato performed a little bit better, but I was once again wrong. Fastest time I had with the CZ was a 2.87. Fastest with the Staccato was a 2.86. So I was, my fastest time was a little bit faster with the Staccato, but the average hit factor with the CZ was 11.97, whereas with the Staccato it was 11.49. So again, the CZ takes the round. And for drill 3, the designated target drill, with the Staccato was a 6.63. Average hit factor was a 3.20. And the average time and the fastest time with the CZ was a 6.55, and the average hit factor was a 3.29. So what does that mean? Well, it looks like I'll be dry firing and competing in carry optics with the CZ Shadow 2. You guys let me know. Is that the right choice? It really can't go wrong. Competition shooters been using it forever. But you guys let me know. What do you use? Is there anything I'm missing in this comparison? Let me know. Are these two guns even fair to be compared in this context? I don't know. I'm having fun. Hopefully you are too. Again, thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the good things. Let's make 1,000, right? 500 was a goal, but I didn't think I'd get it, relatively as fast as I did. Let's get to 1,000. Let's get 1,000 folks in here. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.